gosh, today was the longest school day of my life.
I know, right? That biology project on the skeletal system is so confusing. I don't know anything about the skeleton.
Well, it supports the body, protects internal organs, and provides a site for blood cell formation.
Gee, smarty pants. Well, I do know that bones shape the body, and without them we would collapse. Also, there are 206 bones in the adult human body. So I guess I'm not totally clueless.
Yeah, and bones allow us to move. They provide a system of levers on which muscles act. Also, did you know that the bones are living? Most of the massive bones may be mineral salts, but they are a solid network of living cells and protein fibers.
Oh my gosh, you're like a walking biology book. What's this?
Now let's check it out.
Oh my gosh, I think it's a skeleton.
I'll call the cops!
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Let's take a look at this.
These bones look fairly new.
Yeah, the incident must have happened pretty recently.
Yep.
Let's take it back to the lab.
Well, first of all, we can determine that these are the bones of a woman because the pelvic bone is larger than a man's.
Yeah, and look, there's a smash in the skull that looks like it's been done with a hammer. This is probably what the victim was killed with.
Yeah. Didn't you crack your skull a long time ago?
Yeah, I damaged my skull and ribcage in a car accident. You know, there are two types of skeletal systems, the axial and the appendicular. The axial skeleton consists of skull, vertebral column, and the ribcage, which is what I injured. The appendicular skeleton consists of the bones of pelvis, shoulder area, legs, and arms.
Speaking of arms, there are indentations from the hammer all over them. The tough layer of connective tissue that surrounds the bone, or the periosteum, is destroyed along with the dense compact bone beneath it. The less dense tissue, or spongy bone, is also wrecked.
I always wonder why they call it spongy bone if it's not spongy.
Yeah, me too, but whatever.
Oh my gosh, even the bone marrow, or the soft tissue, inside the cavities within the bones is damaged.
The yellow and red bone marrow?
Yup.
Wow, the person who did this really must have hated this woman. We'd better run some tests to get a more thorough evaluation.
Welcome to the Florba Institute. Moments ago we gave 3 people our new Florba gun. Let's see what they think.
Mother Flamingo!
Shut the front door!
Son of a biscuit!
Dirty mouth, clean it with new Florba gum. Florba is enforced with fluoride, which helps maintain bone and teeth structure and is involved in their formation. So get it today.
The tests of the osteocytes, osteoclasts, and osteoblast bone cells showed that this woman had a skeletal system disorder, which means her bones or joints are damaged. I can't tell if she had arthritis, bursitis, or osteoporosis. Bursitis is the inflammation of the bursa, arthritis is the inflammation of the actual joint, and in osteoporosis, there's a loss of calcium and the bones become weak and can be fractured.
Well, arthritis and bursitis involve inflammation, which is when excessive fluid causes pain, heat, redness, and swelling. And if you look at her bones closely, she has a few fractures that couldn't have been from a hammer, which tells me that she must have had osteoporosis. This means that she was an older woman.
She should have eaten more calcium and done weight-bearing exercises to prevent that from happening.
Well, that's not important now. She's already dead. Okay, now that we know she's an older woman, we look up all of the recent missing people in San Ramon and see if we have a match.
I think this is it. It's a woman named Claire Livingston. She's 52, and she lives in San Ramon, and she was last seen arguing in front of a 7-Eleven with Dave Wormwood.
I think we should go to his house and investigate.
Not only does milk taste great, but it provides a high amount of calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and vitamin D. Calcium is the principal mineral of bones and teeth, and it's important for their formation. Vitamin D regulates the absorption of calcium phosphorus for bone health. It also promotes bone growth. Phosphorus is also a principal mineral of bones and teeth and is also involved in their formation. Magnesium is involved in bone mineralization and keeps bones strong. So I got one question for you. Got milk?
Hello, sir. We have a search warrant of your house. Would you please step outside?
Looks like this room is clear.
Yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Looks like this room is clear too.
Yeah. Wait a minute. My God, look.
That's the exact same indentation that was on the skull.
Let's go get him.
Sir, you're under arrest for the murder of Claire Livingston.
Busted.